Jimmy, you're not under the influence. That's why you're not agreeing with me.
Oh man, yeah, man.
Just say, look, God has given you another sign to say no to drugs.
I'm not gonna listen. I like smoking weed.
How do you not listen to God?
Yeah, that's just a diverse language.
Whoa. Okay, we have a special guest in the building, all the way from Haiti. No, I'm fucking with you. He's all the way from Jersey.
Hey, it's your boy King Mayo, man. Shout out to WVMR Radio, Last Take New York City for holding it down.
Of course, man. So you've been making a name for yourself, young fella.
I've been working, man. I've been working.
Where do you work at? You work at JCPenney's, H&M?
Nah, they gonna hire me soon, but I ain't gonna be working in their stores. I promise you that.
Yeah, man. Like you've been busting it out at a lot of the shows, man. Like you've been on Hot 97, Desert Storm Radio. Like a lot of people in New York are becoming more familiar with you. So tell us a little bit about your music and the projects you got coming up or anything.
Man, I've been a studio rat for the past couple months, man. I've been taking some time off to do some shows, but right after I finish up some interviews, I'm going right back to the studio. I got a project coming out called I'm Just Happy to Be Here. I just been staying focused, man, staying true to myself, and keeping everything that I do original.
Yeah, right. You don't sound. One thing I give you a lot of props for, and a lot of people give you props for. You don't sound like anybody.
Yeah, I take pride in that. I know a lot of artists, and I hear their flows, and I hear their cadences, the way they work, and I'm like
who?
So
there's too many. There's too many.
So
man.
would you say you
have
have your own unique style and
sound? Yeah, and my original engineer in Jersey City, Frankie Meadows, man, we built that from the ground up, and because I used to really just be like bar hard rapping, and I was like, you know what, man, I feel melodic, man. I can't do this. So we just kept working and built up, and now I just have this my own creative process that allows me to have my own lane, my own sound, and it's really important to me, like holding that.
That's refreshing because too many rappers nowadays sound exactly the same.
You know what the problem is, man? A lot of people think it's fast money, and it's not. It's not fast money, man. I don't care how quick you think you can make a hit, and even if you make a good record, you flood the streets. It's gone. It's in and out. That's why these rappers come and go so fast, because it's like, we heard you before, and we're gonna hear you again. We're gonna hear you again, and people just got to take pride in that, man. Switch up something, do something that's your own. Like if you create it on your own, now I want to sound like this guy. Oh, this guy's flow sounds good, and they take all that. I can't work like that, man.
So what drove you to like have a melodic sound in your raps?
Growing up, I always had like melodic hooks, but I really could never sing, and I always used to try to sing. And my two brothers were like, "Man, you can't sing." So I said, "Okay." I said, "All right, one day I'm gonna show you that I can make records where I can sing." And I just kept working at it, and it really comes down to just controlling your own voice. Everybody can sing; it just depends on what you think singing is. The way you control your voice and your own personal comfort will allow you, to see if you can pull it off or not.
Tell Jimmy that when he be trying to sing.
No, that's what I was about to say. I disagree with you that
he sounds like that. He sounds like that.
It's a fact.
I can't fucking sing.
I'm talking about holding notes.
Because I know I can't fucking sing.
I'm not talking about like being like Bobby Brown, Trey Songz, but everybody can sing, hold a note, control the note.
I guess. I done
a track with Luther Vandross back in the day. I want to sing it for y'all, but y'all hear my voice is not like.
Exactly. You're still going. You're still going. You're still performing that record. You're still going.
Nah, man. I hope I'm better by tomorrow, man, because I'm supposed to be performing for your boy Ace's birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, you got the flu too, man?
No, I just lost I don't get sick. I just lost my voice. I don't know what happened.
Now watch him.
Yeah, man. I don't get
watch your cups, man.
That should be killing niggas nowadays.
I don't. I've had a sore throat for like the last 4 days.
I don't understand it. I feel like ever since niggas started getting vaccinated for flus, like that's when niggas started dying.
That's it right there.
Before that, I didn't hear about people dying from the flu. Like I don't know about y'all.
No, but that's with everything, man. I'm a big conspiracy theorist. Like I feel like nah.
Just don't say flat Earth. Please don't say flat Earth. Okay.
I don't even get involved in that because it's not something that's in my. Honestly, it's really not important enough for me to be like, let me argue with them. What's the Earth round or flat? That shit is.
You might walk and fall off the end of the earth.
Yeah, I hope I do, man. The sooner the better.
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
You ever saw what happened to the kid Joshua Sanders? Where he walked to the end of North Dakota and fell in the hole.
Or a sinkhole, or a cliff that was there. Maybe he was just being fucking stupid. I'm just saying.
No, he just disappeared.
Oh yeah.
So what about the Bermuda Triangle? How do you feel about that?
That's actually what's the name? Electromagnetic activity.
So
that
where do those
possible.
people go? Where do those people go?
That I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
But hold on.
Other side and disappeared,
No.
falling off the flat Earth.
Listen, right? There is no way.
Right there.
There is no way that you can cross the Atlantic and still get to Russia. But if you go to the opposite direction, you can still get to Russia. Like, how
Yes,
the
you
fuck
can.
would that happen? Okay, if the Earth is flat, right? If Russia's on one side, that means you can only go one way to get there, right? If it's round, that means you can go either way to get there. Am I correct?
There's only one way to get there. You
No,
won't get
there's
there
not
any other
one way. So you can only go west.
You
to go
ever
to
heard of the
Russia.
Russian hole?
But
Russia booked me for a show. Russia booked me. We gonna find out if the Earth is flat over on that side. Book me, man. Hit my booking. This
Main
King
Street.
Mayo
You believe the
at
Earth is flat or
gmail.com.
round?
Round. Thank you.
Miss Shells,
bruh.
what does that mean? Do you think the Earth is round or flat?
I think it's round.
You think it's round.
Yeah.
You don't know it's round.
I know it's
here we
round.
go.
So thinking the Earth is flat, right? That would mean you don't believe in any kind of physics or any kind of seriously, you don't believe in any kind of physics or any kind of like science that's been proven already. Like basically, you believe in your own science.
I don't know. People say they proved it's flat.
I never seen the proof. Like I've seen a lot of proof that the Earth is round, but all those saying that the Earth is flat, I've never seen the proof. The only things they say is that there are no satellites and we've never been to the moon. That's all I hear. I don't see evidence of like the Earth being flat. If somebody shows me evidence, then I'll start thinking otherwise.
King Mayo. So what is one conspiracy you do believe in?
Yeah.
I don't even know if they're conspiracy theories anymore, man. We've been, we just like watched, the foods we eat, certain people that get in positions. All of that kind of stuff is just played out already. It's already written.
Private prisons, all
And,
that.
yeah, private prison systems and all that. It's all already written in the books, and
Written in the book. What written in what book?
just in general life, like we know what these people are doing, for financial gains, and we suffer on the short end of the stick with that because we're clueless to it. The foods we eat, we're clueless to them. Even the healthy products we eat, it's like, is it really what's in that? How do we know? Like, you have all these companies doing all these things, and it's just, for me, it's just all financial gain, and it's like, there has to come a time when you look at the people like, look.
As long as money is involved, they don't give a
And you know
fuck
what,
about
man? That's
people.
a deep dark hole they're running down. For
As
all
long
of
as
us.
money is
For all of us.
involved, there's no fuck the people.
And that's a fact, and that's a problem. That's a problem. And we're gonna see it, not soon, but the world's gonna see that one day, man.
Do you think God's gonna come back to Earth like they keep saying?
No, I do not.
So you didn't see that video when his sandal dropped out from the sky?
Nah, I did not see that.
I'm
God said
little-
those dropped out the sky, and that was
I
it.
gotta fuck with him.
This
I want to
guy's
see what he would
nuts.
say. Like, what is sandal? All right, don't strike me down. But we're gonna get into the single Pocket Change before we take this quick break. Well, while we take this quick break, you want to tell us about that song?
Pocket Change, man. I made that record probably about 2 years ago, and we were putting together a tape. I ended up cutting the tape up and just releasing singles, and I had it, and I was like, you know what, it's a dope record. I vibe with it, and it was one of the better songs on the tape. So I said, let me run it out. Behind it, it was just something told me like everybody's using specific terms in music to catch ears, and I was like, you know what, nobody's saying pocket change, and when I think of me, I'm like, it's just some change in my pocket. We're not running around like millionaires. We're not trying to impress nobody. We just got some pocket change, and that's all we got. And in the record, I talk about what I want to do for my family, and it's just a really inspiring record for me, man.
All right, so we're gonna get into that Pocket Change, man. While we take this break on WVMR, last tape. I tell females this all the time.
Stacy for leaving that comment. I think that might be my aunt. If that's my aunt, I love you. I will be down south soon performing. I promise you.
You don't know your aunt's name?
I don't know if that's her. There's a million Stacys in the world. What do you want me to say?
Shit, I don't know. That's not. You losing track of who's who, man. I don't know if that's a good thing.
I'm getting old, man. I'm
Hey,
getting
you
old.
getting old, nigga. You like 25 years old, boy.
Nah, not that old. Come on.
You 22?
23.
Oh,
23.
shit. Young guys.
Getting old quick. I'm getting old quick, man.
Oh, man.
Love me while I'm here, people, because it's going quick. Oh,
All right, man. So that was Pocket Change by King Mayo. Shout out Jersey.
Hey, if you like that record, go get it on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, King Mayo on everything.
Yes, sir. And real quick, just you've been building up like your name. Like you got a supporting cast. You know what I mean? You got people that pop up pretty much every time you perform. And when you perform, like a lot of artists fuck with your sound and your music and your performance. Like you want to tell me what goes into your preparation before you hit the stage or into your live performances?
Staying focused, man. I don't party before I perform. Like I might buy bottles. People around me might be smoking, but I make sure when they try to hand it to me, hey, it's work first, play later.
Say that one more time for some
That's
artists.
a fact. That's a fact, man. Y'all need to get your shit right. You need to perform and then party. Don't go up there
Niggas that
slurring
forget their
the words.
words.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't go up there messed up and then look around like what happened. Take it serious, man, because all eyes on you. You never know what artist is gonna pop. When they do, they're gonna look at you like, oh, that's that dude that be messing around. Get joke. We not rocking with him. You gotta take it serious, man. I take a lot of pride in that. On my shows, I just zone out on the ride there, listen to my music. I get there, I shake hands, and I just zone out. I sit in VIPs, wherever I'm at, keep to myself, vibe out, and get ready for it.
Facts. So, well, I'm gonna probably forget my words on March 17th because that's gonna be my birthday show, and I'll probably be trashed. But who knows? We'll see how that goes.
You gotta book some artists so you can enjoy that.
Oh, of course. We did that last year. It was amazing. So, I'll probably do the same thing this year. I got a selected handful of artists that I have to have on that show. And then, I'll book other people. But that'll be great. But how do you feel about the current state of hip-hop?
I feel like it's healthy.
You're the first to say that.
Yeah, I feel like it's healthy, man. I feel like it's healthy because a lot of people are believing in music. And I've been seeing a lot more people support it. As far as people, shitting on new school, old school, hip hop's just growing. The old heads are getting back in the game and going. The new heads are still going. Most of the new school is changing their ways. To be honest with you, I've seen a lot of new school heads turning their cheek and saying, you know what, we're gonna stop these foolish fucking games that we got going on. We're gonna get our shit right.
Okay.
It's just healthy, man. There's a lot of good music out there. I feel like people have been complaining about like real rap and bars coming back. I feel like a lot of artists are displaying their the lyricism.
No, there are artists displaying lyricism, but I feel like they're more underground. I feel like now mainstream hip hop is that mumble rap bullshit.
That is a fact. That is a fact. I don't know why it is that way. I don't know if kids. I'm sure kids have a big influence on it, but I don't know if they control the current state of hip hop, but.
Because now they do what they want.
Yeah, they do what they want, man, but they need some guidance. They definitely need some guidance. And, the OGs got to step up. That's what happened with hip hop. The OGs just backed off.
I mean, yeah, like
They
the
backed
OGs
off.
were supposed to back off and pass the torch to the other generation, but the younger generation just took it and just shitted on it. You feel me?
But
I don't even know if you can be mad at that because whether you consider it hip hop or not, it's just a form of music.
I still fucks with it, but
now, if you hear new school and you're like, this is new hip hop, that's on you for categorizing it as new hip hop. You can completely take it and say this is some alternative hip hop funk or whatever it is and separate it.
That's
But
what I
you
do.
chose to collage it and mash it in together
yeah.
on the
No,
one big stage.
listen. That's my whole thing. Like you just gotta know what you're in the mood for because. Like, yeah, I trash trap music and everything, but I still listen to it. Like, sometimes I'm in the mood to listen to trap music, but other times I'm in the mood for when I'm high, I actually like to listen to lyrics.
Okay.
I mean, that ass. No, it's when I'm drunk I listen to trap music, but when I'm high, yeah, I like to listen to lyricism. I mean, it just depends what you're in the mood for. But I like rappers that spit bars, like personally.
I mean,
I like everything.
it's preference, man. It's
Yeah.
preference. You pick and choose what you like, and you have the ability to do that, and that's the biggest blessing. If you don't like somebody's music, simply just say I don't like their music. I'm not gonna listen to it, And then they blow up because people are like, I don't like their music. Let me listen to it. Just to validate that they don't like their music, and then they're like, oh, I hate that guy. Let me listen to it again.
And sometimes the music catches on to you because
Well,
there are plenty of songs that at first I'm like, yeah, I hate this fucking song, but then it started catching on, and then
programming. The more
you just hear yourself
you just
singing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like, oh,
ain't happened to me yet. I ain't weak like that, man. You gotta get me another way.
nah, you just
You'll never catch me listening to no Cardi B, no Lil Yachty, or whatever the hell.
I used to like Lil Yachty when he first came out, man. He was melodic, but his music was a lot smoother. Then I started hearing him trying to like rap and keep up with his fast rap, and I was like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You made it. You got yourself several deals. Look at them and be like, yo, you don't like my stuff? That's fine.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Trying to convert over and rap, I was just like, everybody got a lane, man. It's cool to stay in yours.
Is that true? And that's why I like the way hip hop is, because you got the West, the Midwest, the South, and the East. They all going. I don't really think
it's still separated, man. You just get the the big collective that try to sound like people from outside of where they're from, which is fine too.
Which is New York.
If you're trying to do that, but the West still sounds like the West.
Of
The
course,
South still sounds
that's
like
why
the
I
South.
like the West.
I don't know what the North has, but I'm sure they got something up there that's going.
North is basically people like Little Durk, what's his name from Detroit? I always forget the dude's name.
Big Sean.
T Grizzly.
T Grizzly, yeah. That's their sound. You know what I mean? I like their sound. Midwest, they got a lot of talent. It's just
They really do.
Yeah,
They
I like
don't-
Lil Durk too, man.
they
He
don't
used to
get
do
pushed
music.
like that. The Midwest or something, because the Midwest is a very hostile environment.
Yeah, probably because all the violence. That's what they choose to look at. Entertainment sells, man. I'd rather, not me personally, but I know people sitting there like, I'd rather watch somebody get beat up than listen to a dope record. 'Cause it's just that more entertaining. Like,
That's true, man.
there's 30 seconds of this dude getting his ass whooped. Let me watch it over and over.
Listen, people been entertained by violence since the Roman times. Look at the gladiators.
A lot of artists are blowing up like that too, man. That's why, starting controversy. But I feel like you should start controversy with your art.
Oh, that's what sells.
Not
these
just
days,
talking,
man.
because-
Controversy.
There's gonna come a point in time where it's like that talking has to be backed up, and
Of course,
are you
of
willing
course.
to do that and risk everything you have?
Shout out to Tekashi 69.
Him too. I respected his grind, and I was early on him. So I was listening to No Jumper like a couple, maybe like 2 years ago, I think, or something like that, and I heard him, and I was like watching his videos. I'm like, yo, this dude's creative. Like, you got his
Is that
own
my
lane.
man who look like the Joker with braids?
Nah, that's to do with the rainbow hair.
Yeah, the Joker with braids.
He ain't got
You don't really have braids.
Well,
Sometimes
Joker with long hair.
Yeah.
Even that situation, there's so much going on about him. Like, when you cause that kind of controversy, you got people from where you're from saying like you're not down like that, or it's stay in your lane, get your money, and move, man. That kind of violence, you speak that negative shit, and it comes right back to you, man. 10 times harder.
So what happened to him in Minnesota, right?
Yeah, and that's crazy, man, because Minnesota's a beautiful city.
What
Like, I
happened to
never expected Minnesota to go that crazy.
What
They started
happened to
throwing, like, ice
Minnesota
buckets
certain
and shit at
parts?
him.
Ice
From the
bucket?
VIP,
They
bottles,
don't like
everything.
him. They didn't like him.
It was just chaos, man, chaos. And when you speak that negative shit, you breathe that
I
kind of
never
energy.
heard not
It's
one
coming.
song from this nigga.
Now, he has a couple of hit
You
records
never
out. He
heard,
got like 3 or 4 right now.
Gumbo and
I probably heard it. I don't know. I seen this
You
thing on
heard it.
Facebook. I never bothered listening to his shit.
well, like I said, we got King Mayo in the building. If you want to call, ask him any questions, talk to him.
Call in, man. If you fuck with me, call me. If you don't fuck with me,
646.
call in twice.
646-867-7220. Let's talk about this track, Jungle Season, man. Like, this shit has just been like all over the place. It's on Desert Storm Radio. Got played on Hot 97.
Man, shout out to C's, man.
Oh yeah, of course.
That was one of the most powerful moments in my life, to be honest with you, because you dream of being on the radio, and you think that these things are intangible until you start putting the work in. And C's, man, he took that record that night that you saw me, and he spun that record for a couple months, man, which is big to me, because I'm like, he likes the record, and it shows me that there's still people out there that are bigger than the payola game that I was talking about.
Yeah.
There's people that still love the craft and love the music, that are like, if it's dope, it's dope. I'm gonna play it. You don't have to give me, $100 to $500 for me to spin your shit once, and then that's over. So when he showed me that love, man, I was I felt that, man, and she's been a big help to me, man, a really big help to me.
Yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
fucking with him, that'll help build your base up, man. Like,
Yeah,
seriously,
man.
so.
And Jungle Season, man, that was just a record, man. I poured some passion into that record, and when I perform it, it just gets even harder because I just feel every word inside that
Yeah,
record.
people fuck with that hard every time you perform that. The crowd reaction is crazy.
Yeah, I love that, man. That's a big record for me, man. That record is the first record I got on the radio and got on Hot 97, and you know, I'm happy to say that I own all the rights to that record, man.
You're one of the few that has brains, but we gonna leave it right there. Yeah, we gonna get to King Mayo Jungle Season, man. WVMR, last take.
Money on my head, I guess the streets on me
That track is hard, man. If y'all really listen to them bars, listen to that story.
I need y'all to blow that record up, man. That's a big record for me, man. Go take that record. You're gonna love that record. Share it with all your friends, your family, and get to it. Man.
Not like that record, man.
What gave you the motivation to write a track like that? Was that just based off personal experience?
Yeah, man. You know what? We can all write about money, women, cars, jewels, clothes, and all, you know, all the happy, fun shit that goes on. But realistically, man, there's some real shit going on out there, man. And you know, people get put in some tough situations, and you know, your back's against the wall, and it's like, if this is all you got, you know, you live or die, man. Like, you're in the jungle, you know. I grew up in Jersey City, New Jersey, man. It's not the best place in the world, and it's like you see things, and you know, you see how people grow, evolve, or you know, they get caught behind, and it's like sometimes they're put in those positions, man. They don't know how to get out.
True.
You know, and they're stuck. And I just said Jungle Season because it's like, usually I wrote that record, I think, when it was the summertime. When the summertime rolls around over in, you know, Hudson County, Essex County, it's a jungle, man. Dudes are eating each other alive. Like, it gets crazy in the summer. Like, heat start getting, you know, people rowdy and crazy.
I used to only come up there, up in like Jersey City and Newark and stuff like that. I used to only wear either a black tee or white tee. You want to catch me in any blue, any red, nothing like that.
Yeah, it used to be crazy, man. But, yeah, it's not like that now, but you know,
Yeah,
you still get some dudes.
Where?
man.
Jersey City or Newark?
Both.
Yeah, it's not so much like that now. I still see some dudes check, you know, some people like, hey, you know,
Yeah.
that red, be like, what that be like, but other than that, man, I think people are starting to smarten up, man. I don't think people want to sit behind bars.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know about the smarting up part.
Like, yeah, most of the time, you know, I see a lot of those. I was fortunate enough to have good people around me, older people. My OGs, you know, they taught me a lot. Like, I never really got to experience like being a wild kid. You know, they would check me like, hey, man, tighten up.
Yeah.
So, like, when I see, you know, the young dudes outside, I'm like, you don't have no OGs, man. You running out here wild. You loose. You gotta tighten up, man. Don't be out here doing that stupid shit. You got a good family at home, bro. You don't need to be out here.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't understand about most of these cats talking about they drillers, quote unquote, and they swipers. I'm like, bro, your mother has a good job, your father's in your life. What is the excuse? Please explain.
Shit,
And
man,
most people just do shit just to try to be like everybody
That's
else.
it. There's grown men.
Yeah, so
Grown men getting down 25, 30 years old. Banging home. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're a grown ass
Yeah,
man.
I've
Go get
seen
some
that.
money, man.
I've seen that. Like, yeah, come on, man. Like,
What are you
you
doing?
grown, boy. Like,
Switching sets at 30 years old. Like, you're a grown man, bro.
Yeah.
The game's over.
switching sets, nigga. You get,
Switching sets.
you
Grown
get
men
Peter roll
switching
for doing
sets.
shit like that. For people who don't know what Peter roll is, those are listening. Get your ass killed. So you know what I mean, like, you know, like shit like that, man. Like I don't know. I don't get it. Some people's morals are just backwards. Some people just don't have no guidance. But
some people just either is attracted to that lifestyle or they're so institutionalized, like they're just used to that lifestyle. Like there's so many dudes that I know, like who come out of prison. The first thing they do is the same shit that got them into prison in the first place. Like seriously,
some people can't escape that life.
they're institutionalized. Like it's so crazy. Like when I'm around certain people, like the conversations I hear, like, oh, 2 years is nothing. Like 3 years is nothing. Like nigga, That's 3 years of your fucking life. What you mean it's nothing? Like, don't say it like, oh, that's light. It's like, yeah, niggas like, oh yeah, 3 years, that's light. Like, no, that's fucking, that's 36 months, my nigga. No pussy, fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Ice Cube talked about. That's that hood mentality.
Yeah, back in Jersey, man, I've been seeing it on the gram. I never met him personally, man, but Sean Hartwell, he served like 20 or 25 years. And he's out here now, and he's just giving game, man. Giving game to everybody, you know, that's coming out or, you know, that's living a rough life. Like, bro, you don't want to be behind bars. And I respect that because he's trying to keep people off the street.
Yeah.
You know, and that's big, man. That's big. That's coming from a dude who served a quarter, you know, maybe almost a third of his life behind bars. And now he's out here, like, investing in people and trying to show them the right ropes, man. And that's a big influence.
But see, it sucks that it has to come to that for somebody to do something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's...
Because just think about, what if his light would have switched on
Listen,
20 years ago? You know what I'm saying?
Experience
Experience
is the best teacher.
Yeah, but sometimes
experience is the best teacher, man.
But everybody doesn't have common
That
sense.
could be his calling card, man. Maybe he needed to go through that.
That's what I'm saying. Experience is the best teacher, man. Sometimes you gotta fuck up in order to realize.
To be gone 20 years, sometimes it's too late.
No, that's a fact. That's a long time, man.
That is a long time.
Yeah. So,
5 years is a long time.
Yeah. You know, and then people just really like, you know, it's just like I tell people all the time. Some people just think about fast money, and that's what all this new shit is. Everybody just wants a quick dollar just so they could feel good, like show off in front of people. Because people don't. Let's keep it real. Average nigga out there hustling, swiping, whatever he's doing, they're not using that money to put back into themselves or to save it just so they can get out. They want to go show off and stunt on people. That's all.
Yeah, it's true. Average nigga hustling is not trying to invest in like stocks, bonds, you know, shit that'll actually, you know, legitimize his money. Yeah, they're buying.
I mean, not even stocks and bonds. They don't know about
I'm just saying. Oh. But
just
still,
save the fucking money, though.
You're making that type of bread. Like,
yeah, so save
invest your shit somehow.
That's what it's about. It's not what you make, man.
Or even like try to invest in a business or something. You feel me?
A lot of people don't know, man. I would think I was 19 years old when I started buying stocks. I got lucky enough to get around the right people that were older than me, their own businesses, and I was like, look, man, take your money, put it here. So, you know, I was getting some money, and I'm like, you know what? I could take $5,000 from here and put it away.
Exactly.
And I just kept the rest, you know, kept building the savings. And now it's like, you need some money to invest in yourself, you got it.
Yeah.
That check to check shit, trying to show off for people, that shit don't work.
Mm-hmm.
Not in this game, at least. If you can't be cheap in this game, man. You really can't be cheap. You have to own everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to make sure that your money's right. And if you need something, that you can grab it and get to moving.
Yeah.
Because it's a fast game, man. You can't have bad cover art, cheap cover art, cheap recordings, and expect to make some money back on it. Like,
true.
Even your merch, you can't have cheap merch and expect people to love it and want to buy more of it. You can't.
True.
You can't work like that. You need to save up some money, man. Stop showing off for the hoes and your homeboys who ain't really getting it either. Put this shit aside and get some fucking paper, bro.
Preach.
You have to, man. It's crucial, even for the long term. You know, just to have something. I don't even have kids, and I'm like, I want my kids to have something.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking of kids. I'm just like, you know, I want them to have something. Cause that's not fair to them, bringing them in here and I ain't got shit to give them.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta pay attention to that kind of shit, man.
True.
And that just comes from guidance, man. I was just blessed enough to be around the right people, like picking and choosing. Like whatever happened in my life, I would always gravitate towards the people that were getting it, you know, doing it. I would just ask them. I'm not afraid to ask for help. I think that's my biggest blessing. If I need help, I'm gonna just be like, hey, man, what could I do? I see you got this, and that. I want that. Are you willing to help me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's the problem, especially like in the black community. People don't want to ask for help because they're afraid to look stupid. And I feel like I tell a lot of you artists is the dumbest question is the question you don't want to ask because you don't want to look stupid.
And
like,
it's not even that.
Like, it's just crazy.
It's also it's not even that. It's also like when you do need help, like it might not be that person, but it might be other people who hears about it. They want to start ridiculing you because you're asking for help. You feel me? they look at you as if like damn, this nigga's helpless. Like
Yeah,
like
oh, you why you on that
this
nigga dick?
broke.
You on that nigga
Yeah,
dick?
or
Like,
yeah,
what?
exactly. Like
Nah, there's
come on,
money to be
man.
made,
It's a
man.
pride thing, man. It's
Fuck
too,
that.
it's
There's
too
no
much,
pride in this shit. You keep,
too much pride, man.
you know, there's nothing wrong in holding your character high and saying,
Yeah.
I got what somebody wants. How do I get it? I don't know how to get it. And I always make sure when I ask somebody for help, I just say, you know, and if you don't know, you know, if you do know somebody who knows, could you just point me in the right direction? And I'm fine with that. You can clown me like, oh, this sucker motherfucker, man, he don't know shit, he weak. Hey, bro, I'll be all of that on my way to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Right to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna catch me.
I don't
looking
think
stupid.
anyone has made it to the top without any kind of help.
No, there's no such thing as I got here on my own. There's
That's
no
what I'm
such thing.
saying. No one has made
No
it to the
such-
top in
especially-
any
I mean-
kind of field.
Especially in music.
I've won 3 Grammys at the age of 7.
Yeah, but who got you those Grammys, man?
My
Who put you in the
voice-
studio?
my voice
That
did.
engineer put some hella plugins on your goddamn voice to get you there.
Do you know back in my day we didn't have engineers?
Y'all had, y'all had it.
We used the keyboard to record my vocals and to drop the beats, and I had a computer that recorded me dancing.
Won 3 Grammys. And what year was this?
1987.
1943.
1987.
Oh, 87 too?
Google it right now.
Joe,
1943 and 1987, man. He's
the
getting
first
Grammys.
kid to do the moonwalk before Michael Jackson.
Right.
They ain't giving your ass no Grammys.
What?
Hey, get no credit for the fucking
The junior-
moonwalk, nigga.
the junior-
Why do you think Mike
The
changed?
junior
Mike
Grammys?
went white.
You never heard of the
Mike
junior?
went white to get that.
Exactly, because he didn't want to be the
Wait,
first.
well,
He didn't want to be the
wait,
second
he
black
didn't win no
guy.
Grammy for Thriller?
Nah, I don't know. Did he?
No,
I think he did. Yeah.
It's one of the biggest songs ever.
Yeah,
He won like 8 Grammys one night. That's
for,
ridiculous.
it's probably for the Thriller album.
Yeah, that was crazy. I never seen somebody walk away with so many Grammys. Like, it's like they tell me what is their shit.
Rest in peace to Mike Jack, man. Make sure you get a good doctor.
Yeah. Doctors out here killing niggas.
Make sure you watch him at all costs. Don't pay him
But
too
then
much.
again, you shouldn't be getting that much plastic surgery. when
That's a
you have
fact,
brain
and that's
cancer.
another
Or
problem.
you shouldn't be
Another
getting
problem.
put into a coma just for your ass to sleep.
Yeah, I don't.
That's wild.
That's why I always said I was always a bigger Prince fan than Michael Jackson. Something with Michael Jackson just didn't strike me right. Like I liked his music.
Yeah,
I don't care about that. It's just Prince played his music,
You know what
so
I love
it
Prince?
gave me that much more respect for him.
I love the artist in Prince. I feel like
Yeah.
Prince was a better entertainer, performer. Like
Yeah.
Mike
Nah,
was
I would
too-
say Mike.
Mike
I would
was
say
dance better.
Mike just
No.
seemed too corporate for me at one point.
I would say Prince was the more talented one because he could play multiple
Everything.
instruments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would say Prince the more, but
don't-
Mike was the
Don't
better
sleep. Mike had a
performer.
great voice.
No,
man.
yeah, and, and
Crazy.
his moves, man. Like Prince had moves, but not like Mike. You feel me?
What?
I feel like he was the
I don't
better
know.
performer.
I feel like
man.
Mike. I wasn't around for that, so I don't even know if Mike
Mike had a
did it
few.
on his own. But I just felt like Prince was like comparing industry underground. I like Prince, man. Prince was that underground guy to be like,
Yeah.
fuck you. I'm gonna do this on my own.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
really
yeah,
need nothing from you.
true. You
Like, I'm
right
sure
about that.
everybody in the industry was on the
Why
industry
you
ready for Mike.
he that's why he changed his name. Remember he changed his name to the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah, that's when he lost me.
No, that was for him to get. I think it was to get out of some kind of contract or some shit because he couldn't. He didn't own the rights to his own name or some shit like that, and the record
That's another
company
thing.
owned the rights to it. So he basically
He
changed
said
the
it
name.
was to change from his
Yeah.
slave name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he changed his name in order to get back at the record company. Like he wasn't doing no weird shit.
I don't mind when people do that, man. If you need to get out of bad contract that you signed, get the fuck out that contract. However, you gotta get the fuck out that contract, man.
So what are you gonna change your name to? Mayo King?
Nothing. I own everything. I own my own name. I own my own brand. I own everything.
I think it's best
If
to
a label
go
comes to me, they
independent.
gotta pay, and I'm
Yeah.
obnoxious. So I'm like, oh, you want me? You don't have to pay for me. I'll stay here in the hood and make records. I have no problem doing that.
Yeah, I think.
My life.
I think like the best way to do things now is independent.
Yeah, and you know what? Not enough people know about it. You
Yeah.
know, you gotta ask questions, man. You gotta go online, do the research,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just not gonna happen. You know, people think it's just gonna happen. Like, no, it's not gonna
Takes
happen.
time, man. Like you gotta get that exposure. You gotta have people buy into what you're doing.
Everything, man. And you gotta own it, man.
Once you
know
get that fan base, you're good. You don't need nothing else. Once you got a good, solid following behind you, you're straight.
that shit, man. I'm blessed for everybody that comes to my shows.
Yeah, then
everybody
the people that
listens to my
even
music.
but even the people that didn't come with you You know what I mean? They're there to support you. You know
Yeah,
what
that's
I mean?
big too, man. Shout out to all the artists that rock with me, man. Especially at these Grinding Star showcases. You know what's crazy, man? Me and American Don got a record coming, and me and Bad Millie got a record coming. I can't wait.
Bad Millie. Ooh.
Yeah.
I want to see how that's going to sound with you.
That record is fire. That record is fire, man. I gotta
hear what that's going to sound like, man. I can't hear it, but I want to hear it. Like,
yeah, she
you and
spit
Bad
some
Millie?
shit on that record, man.
Yeah, Bad Millie, to me, her and I would say Fancy and Flair, they're probably 1 and 2 out of all the female artists I've seen underground-wise, because they go off when they drop music, man.
I be telling Bad Millie that I'm gonna call her before my show. It's like, yo, what should I wear? 'Cause her outfits be on point. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna call you like, all right, I got this, and this. Put something together for me. Help me out here.
Yeah. You gonna come in here with a meat coat on,
Yeah, man, like
some gator shoes.
Word. All different colors, and it's gonna match somehow.
Word, man. Like Millie, nah, like I fuck with her heavy. I had her here for an interview. I gotta bring her back because she got some new stuff. She sent me something. I'm gonna spin it probably next week. So shout out to Bad Millie. Shout out American Dawn.
Shout out American Dawn. Hey, me and Top Shelf Ty got a record coming too. Those are my guys, man.
Yeah, those are good dudes,
man. They're working hard, man. I respect their grind, man. And they're genuine people.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I work with somebody. If you're genuine. If you're not genuine, get how many followers you got, how much money you got, man. Keep it, bro. I'm cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's up, man. You seem like a principled man.
You have to be, man. You know, like my father, my mother raised me right, man. You know that, like morals, respect, honor, dignity. You gotta keep all that, man. You can't be running around here, just running loose.
Everybody.
Yeah, you can't, man. I don't care. I took dudes right off the street. They were like, "Oh, I want to make music." I'm like, "All right, you really serious about making music? Come on, brought them to the studio." I got a couple artists, first time ever recording in the studio with me, session after session, going. If I can help you, I'm gonna help you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it costs me a session, I'm still practicing by recording. So I don't mind spending the money to practice. Not everything's gonna be a hit record. Not everything's gonna be an album cut or on a mixtape or a single. Sometimes I made like 22 records. Didn't release any of them. I just practiced. I was in the studio going, practicing.
Working on your
People
craft.
were like, where's that record? Where's this? I'm like, bro, they're in the garbage, man. They're in the garbage, man. It was all practice to get me where I need to be, man. It's a bigger picture.
Somebody gonna dig it up in the garbage like, I got King Mayo unreleased
Yeah,
tracks.
I don't send it out.
$20.
I had to call my lawyer, like, hey, man,
Yeah, exactly. You better.
somebody's out here selling my records, man.
I'm telling you, that's how you think they get some of these records in all these industry cats. You know, like.
Oh, they be getting screwed, man. Them leaks.
They go in there, they dig that shit out somehow. Like I'm like, yo, I don't know how they do it, but somebody said what they do is they have a person who recorded them, which is the engineer. They say this is the price if you want it, and that's how they get it supposedly.
Bro, if any of my engineers ever gave my music out without me authorizing that, I'm not gonna say it right now.
It's gonna be jungle season.
It's gonna be jungle season. The place is coming down, man. The place is coming down.
Yo, you a fool, my nigga. But
The suits are pulling up and the place is
facts, man. You don't play with my music, man.
Nah, you can't, man. That's somebody's livelihood, you know?
Hell yeah.
I just wish a lot more artists took their shit as seriously as you, man.
Yeah,
Because
and they should, man. It's a shame there's so many dope artists. And I look at it like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I wanna look and be like, that dude, that girl's still a dope artist.
mm-hmm.
Now they were a dope artist and they fell off the
Oh, it's gonna
face
be
of
a
the
lot
earth
of
because they
words.
gave up.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
there's a lot of words, man. I see it, and that's why I pick and choose who I work with because,
Mhm.
man, people, they're big, man. They big up themselves. They talk loud, and when it's time to put the boots on the ground
Mhm.
and get in the shit and get in the gutter, you better get in the fucking gutter.
Mhm.
Get them records finished. I don't care how long we gotta stay up. Get the shit done and keep going. If you just talking to talk, oh yeah, I'm in the studio.
A lot of people not willing to grind.
Bro, if I'm in the studio, we not smoking. We'll have a drink at the end of the session. We not turning up. We not Instagram living. We not Snapchatting. We not doing none of that shit. We working. Especially if I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
If it's coming out of my pocket, we're working strictly. All that other party shit, all that high, we in the studio, we got bitches, drinks. No, bro. Do that in some other studio.
Yeah, I always go to the studio by myself. I don't
Always. If I take somebody, it's somebody I'm
that's
close
recorded
to.
with, yeah.
I'll take somebody that's close to me, somebody that wants to go.
Commercials.
But we not there to fuck around, man. We don't have that kind of time, bro.
Yeah.
23 years old. I could look up, I'm 30, saying the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't have that time. I want to get it now while I still got it.
Facts, man. So, this was a great interview, man. Like, cause like I said, I felt you dropped a lot of knowledge that some artists themselves still don't realize, and I have to keep preaching, and I get tired of preaching sometimes, you know. But, you know, like you like I said, you're well put together. That's why anything big I do, I run it by you, and I let you know what's going on. And you know, you're definitely one of those artists that I see, you know, definitely moving forward and being in the industry. And like I said, once I get this situation handled and I get paperwork signed off, you already know, my nigga, you coming with me. So, you know, just, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Definitely proud of all the progress you took, even though that shit seemed like it came over a span of like 2 months. Like, that's crazy, man. 'Cause I remember the first, what was it, the first show?
First show was in Chop House, man. First show ever.
Yeah, that's that same, was it the Desert Storm show?
Nah, yeah, you
No.
know it was. No.
The first show was in Trap House, but the second time you came to Trap House, the police shut the shit down.
Shut it down.
And I did some fucking Al Pacino shit and said, look, nobody leave.
I guess the streets want me dead. Play the black while we dodging the feds. It's the product of the city, homie, you should understand.